Hello, dear student. Very good evening to all of you. So, dear student, hope you all are doing well. So, please confirm whether my audio, video, everything is okay or not, so that we can start our session in a smooth way. Confirm whether my audio, video, everything is okay or not, so that we can start our. Chali. So, dear student, once again, very good morning, very good evening to all of you. So, first important news of the day. So, special anti-drug drive from 1st of September. So, you know that already in Odisha, so many people are involved in the drug addiction. So, government is starting or the administration are taking steps to prevent the youth consuming the drug, and those who are involved we need to take strict action. So state government will launch special anti-drug campaign in September to create awareness about the negative implications of consumption of all these drugs. So as you know that to have some action, we need inter-agency coordination among the multiple agencies we need. Okay, so for example, police administration, excise department, so Bhubaneswar municipal corporation, so the narcotics control bureau, because drugs is controlled by multiple agencies, so that is what we need. Okay, so key actions discussed during the meeting including operation Prahar by the special task force targeting professional criminals, enforcement and enforcement of the prevention of illicit trafficking of narcotics. So you can talk about internal security issue also. So we have launched operation Prahar to tackle the drug menace. Okay, so next is the drugs is prevented under narcotics drug psychotropic substance act, also the CRPC, and now that is called Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So this is what we are going to take multiple steps to prevent our youth from becoming victim of drug addictions. So Chief Minister, the MIT will pave the way for prosperous future for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So I think you all know that recently there is a session that is being held on the parliamentary and state legislative assembly, the parliament or MP or state legislative assembly, the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe welfare committee chief session is held in Bhubaneswar. This is very first time that is being happened outside the Delhi. So in that session, so if you look into the composition of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe population, you will find around 40% of our population belong to the scheduled tribe and scheduled tribe. So welfare of state rise on the welfare of the scheduled tribe and scheduled caste. Okay, so Birla bat for the Ambedkar constitutional principle. So our constitutional principle is talking about bringing justice, socio-economical and political justice to the all section of the society. That includes those who are staying on the downtrodden of the society or bottom last standing last queue of the section of the society. So government have taken a lot of steps to provide improvement in status of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. For example, we are providing reservations. So reservation is provided in job, educations and in politics also, like political reservations. We have implemented fifth schedule, sixth schedule provision. We are also providing Ecolabia model residential schools, so and ashram also. That is what aim to provide educations for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Okay, so there are so many schemes being implemented, so you have to study about this scheme so they can ask about this question. Okay, chaliye. So next we have to see about GST reforms will be game changer. This is what said by the chief minister. So recently it is being proposed that we need to simplify our GST regime. Currently this is multiple rate we are levying on the GST: 5%, 12%, 18%, 28%. So that is what led to the creating confusion. So we'll create a GST slab where majority of the tax either on the 12% or 18%. Another slab is 40%. That is what comprising of demerit goods, and that is what made it very simplification, easy compliance, and it will reduce the cost of production and cost of to the consumer also. So that is what ultimately helping in reducing the cost of GST to our final consumer. So the proposed GST reform will bring huge changes in the trader and commerce in the country. So it is going to help to achieve Odisha for Viksit Odisha by 2036. So you have to remember this goal because it is very much essential for whenever you are writing what are the objective or vision of Odisha. So you can say Viksit Odisha by 2036. Okay. Okay. So also, Odisha is planning to have 60% of its urbanization by 2047. Okay? So I think this is what you need to remember. So at currently our GDP is our size of India Odisha GDP is 110 billion. So $1 billion. So by 2047, by 2047 we are expecting our GDP should be 500 billion. So half trillion billion GDP size. So that is what you need to remember. So dear student, we are also providing interview guidance program. Here we are discussing daily all the important current affairs from the interview perspective. So you can join our discussion by scanning this QR code. You can join our Telegram. So there we are conducting from 6 to 7 in the evening. You can get participation in the decision. And how you can get this PDF? You can scan this QR code to download our application. In that there is a section called OPSC, and within that OPSC there is a section called OPSC infographics, Odisha specific infographics. From there you can get it, and you can also scan it to join our Telegram where you will get a lot of study material. चलिए आगे देखते हैं. So MOU Inc. to add education of Indian Air Force person. So recently the KIT universities have signed an MOU with Indian Air Force to provide educations to those who have after completion of their job service in the Air Force, they can complete their education in the KIT. So next is sports serve as a equalizer and unite all. This is what said by the governor. So I think you know that sports is a very important factor that can promote the national economy by promoting the sporting culture, providing a lot of employment. It can also lead to the lot of manufacturing good. For example, bat manufacturing, ball manufacturing, racket manufacturing. So it will improve the economy. It will promote tourism, promote soft power, improve our health of our people, because whenever people are participating in this sport, so that is make them more healthier. So these are the benefits. So we need to promote our sporting, and Odisha particularly taken a lot of steps, already taken a lot of steps in promotion of the sports. For example, we have sponsored the hockey, and after 39 years first time in Odisha get the the bronze medal in the Olympic. So Odisha is also established a lot of good quality infrastructure at the block levels to promote sporting culture at the grassroots level also. Chaliye. So this is the important news. So next is about initiative to revive the Henthal forest being in the Puri. So recently there is being an initiative started to promote cultivation of all these mangroves and Henthal forest in the Puri district. So in a remarkable display of grassroots environmental activism, local community and NGO have initiated major ecological restoration project in introduction of the Henthal. So at Devi River estuary, so on the mouth of Devi River, so they are planting the Henthal forest. So Devi, it is located in the Puri. So people have realized that they cannot wait for the official or government to support, so they have started themselves, because they have now realized the importance of this Henthal forest or mangrove for protecting the coastal area ecosystem. So that is what they are starting all these things. Okay. So dear student, you can join our OPSC test series also. So the price is very nominal, yet you'll get high quality test series, and test exam date is very near, so you can start practicing it. So next is IMD1, fresh spell of rain from today. So it is expected that there might be having heavy rainfall from today onwards. So that is what one. So next is 100 village still under the maroon fifth day. So I think a lot of villages from Bhadrak, Jajpur and Baleshwar, they are under immense water. So that is the reason 30,000 people are suffering from the flood. So we need to ensure that there should be proper prediction and people need to be evacuated. And any cost we need to reduce three things. So the assets, or you can say the infrastructure, or economic loss of life need to reduce, and environmental loss need to be reduced. So these three things we should ensure that there should not be any loss of these three things, because if any disaster happen, it is having immense losses. So we have to make everything possible to prevent. Prevention is better than the cure in case of disaster management. Okay. So next important article is in different part of Odisha we have seen there is a celebration of Ganesh Puja, but all they are go for innovative and environmental friendly solutions. Okay? So I think not much important. So next we are going to see about today's newspaper. So you can join our OPSC interview guidance program by scanning this QR code. You can get this PDF by scanning this QR code to download our application. So Mahanadi on talk. So Odisha Chhattisgarh Chief Minister may meet in December. So recently, to find the solution to the winter state river water dispute between Odisha and Chhattisgarh. So the chief secretary they are discussing. They are also discussing to form a panel to find solutions to the problem of Mahanadi water dispute. So if we are able to find this solution in a peaceful, amicable way, so that is not only be a solution to the problem, but it act as a model solution for all these water state disputes. So currently, this after the Odisha government file a case in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court directed the union government to establish tribunal. So under this tribunal, we have established Mahanadi River Water Dispute Tribunal. So we have established this tribunal. So currently the cases is pending before that. But now both states are agreeing to find a amicable solution. So that is what helpful to the both the state, so that we can find a solution peaceful way that is acceptable to the both the states. So it is a very win-win solution. So we should go for it. Okay, so it is very important for interstate river water dispute, which is directly they can ask about mains also. So now the IIC and SI to probe scheduled caste, scheduled tribe atrocity case. So before that, in case of any atrocity against the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, it should be investigated by the officer of rank DSP or above. Now, the inspector in charge or SI they can investigate. So that is what helpful, faster investigation of the cases. Because if you look into Odisha, there are few DSP are available, not much DSP, large number of DSP is not available. So that is what led to the delay in investigation. So around 4,000 DSP, around 613 DSP available in Odisha, but cases are 4,000 cases. So that is what led to the delay. So if we are giving this power to the IIC and SI, so that is what led to the faster, investigation. So already 2,300 atrocity cases, this number rose to the 3,600. So we need to give more power to the IIC and inspector for faster, discharge of their duty. So if you want to get some free test and daily current affair, you can need to scan our application and join our application, and there you'll get a lot of free courses available. So Shishu Bhavan get additional to 424 beds. So Odisha is improving its healthcare infrastructure. Currently we are adding Shishu Bhavan, or that is the child healthcare, more beds, so that more quality treatment can be provided. So governments must work together to deliver welfare schemes. Yes, so all government, be that central government, so we need to act in sync. It is the central government, state government, local government, central, state, local government, they need to act in sync, so that it will ensure the welfare of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe population. And all the state government, they need to form the state legislative committee on the welfare of the scheduled tribe and scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, so that they will ensure there should be proper scrutiny, there should be proper debate, they should make the executive accountable if they fails to discharge their duty. So that is what we need. So this is a high time. What we can do is each and every state legislator, they need to be establish the state legislative committee on welfare of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So our governor says that national strength light in the dignity of marginalized community. Yes, so this is what the strength of a nation. If our marginalized community, they are empowered, they are economically advanced, our state will advance. So true strength of nation lies not in the infrastructure, but the dignity, freedom and opportunity given to its most marginalized section of the society. The welfare of the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe is not merely a question of policy, it is a measure of our progress and democracy built on the pillar of equality, dignity, and fraternity. So, if you see about the composition and data about the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, you will find that 40% of our population are from the scheduled caste or scheduled tribe. So, in Odisha, we are having 64 tribals. Out of that, 13 PBTs are also found in Odisha. So, that means Odisha is rich culture in terms of tribals. So, we need to preserve, we need to empower them. Then only Odisha can emerge as a powerful state. So next important article is supply adequate fertilizer to the Odisha. This is what said by the Naveen Patnaik. So recently, in different location in Odisha, we have seen there is a severe shortage of the fertilizer, particularly urea. That is what led to the farmer buying this urea in the black marketing. So this is a agricultural season. So farmer need lot of urea. So urea is used for nitrogen fertilizer, but there is because of shortage as alleged by the some of the farmer and opposition government, opposition not government. So that is what led to the black marketing and hoarding, and price of the fertilizer has been shooting to five more than 500 rupees. But government is saying that already adequate supplies happen. So whatever may be the consequences, whatever may be the reason, instead of arguing and counter arguing, criticizing, it is the responsibility of the government. They need to ensure there should be proper availability of fertilizer, and those who are hoarding and doing black marketing, strict action need to be taken against them. Okay, so dear student, you can join our pre-test series, lot of available in our application by scanning this QR code. So you can get our free our prelims test series. So the prelims is very near, so you can start practicing the prelims by joining our test series also. Daily current affair, you can get it by scanning this QR code also. So one more thing, recently we are seeing, in Odisha, so many youth are involved towards, drug trafficking. So why this is happening? It's a very big question. So you have to answer that. Why in Odisha, so many youth are attracted towards drug addiction, so drug crime, so increasing. So it is going to create a lot of internal security threat for Odisha also. The police seized 170 grams of brown sugar along with two motorcycle, scooters, and three automobile phones from the accused. So police recover 1.6 in cash. Accused suspected to be proceed from contraband trade. So this money they are collecting from selling of this brown sugar. So we have to analyze the reason for this rising trends of consumption of drugs by our youth. So we need to take all corrective measure to prevent this human you can say about the demographic dividend from turning into demographic disaster. We need to prevent that. We need to make that our youth should reject all this drug, rather they should follow the right path. So chariot will on parliamentary premises soon. So recently, Odisha is planning to place the chariot wheel of Lord Sri Jagannath on the Parliament building. So this is what accepted by our speaker. So this is a very good things that is will help in promoting the culture of Odisha at the Parliament level. So next important article is the Comptroller Editor General Research Foundation host state level debate. So a very good statement is given by that CAG Research Foundation. Odisha is rich in resources, poor in outcomes. So this is the big question. This is the big question, very important for your interview. Odisha is rich in resources, poor in outcome. Who is responsible? What need to be done? Okay, that is what we have to analyze. We have to understand what gone wrong, so that Odisha is not able to develop properly. Otherwise, what it should be developed. So next is Bain pharmaceutical drug racket busted. So already I have discussed so many reasons of Odisha. So the drugs and contraband item being sold. So our youth are more prone to consumption of this illegal drugs. So that is what creating trouble for Odisha, because we are not able to reap the demographic dividend. So that is what the problem. So under action is taken and arrested a lot of people under narcotics, drugs, and psychotropic substance that prevent the storing and carrying out trade and consumption, even the selling of the drugs. It is provide severe penalty for those who are involved in the drugs. So after recently the operation is started, Operation Garud. So by the Burgard police. So under this they have attack all these criminals, and they have to with the plan to make this district or this region drug free. Okay. So next is the Nobel laureates Kramer Loud the state's crop advisory model. So this is what no need to go in detail. Just have a look of that. So dear student, you can join our UPSC Films test series by scanning this QR code. Detail is already available in our application. Please do check out. So offer is also available. So registration must to sell cotton at the mandi. So if farmer, so now what is happening? So yeah, if you look into that, starting from September 1, farmer can register via Kapas Kisan mobile app with registration proceed open until September 30. So Kalahandi leads Odisha cotton production with fiber grown. Here are among the Asia's finest cotton. So so many cotton are growing in Odisha, but they are not value added. They are not. We are not manufacturing any cotton. The textile product in Odisha. So that is what led to the we are exporting raw material worth of 500 crore from this region. So if we can add some value addition, that is what helpful in creating lot of employment. If we can have proper data, so that is what going to helpful. So dear student, you can join our current affairs. So both Odisha specific and in general. So you can get it okay, by scanning this QR code in our application. So here you can see about for first time cotton farmer in Kalahandi district must register before selling their produce in local mandis under the new registration introduced by the Cotton Corporation of India. This is a statutory body that is established by the union government. So the women self-help group cotton farmer previously sold their produce directly to the mandis without any formality. So that is what led to the more exploitation, and the self-help group are not getting their dues of their produce. So government introduced this Kisan mobile app, Kapas Kisan mobile app. So they have to register that. So Kolahandi lead Odisha cotton production with fiber here grown considered among the Asia's finest. So one of the finest cotton found in the Kolahandi district. So there can be a question, which district of Odisha is having largest production of the cotton? So it is the Kolahandi district. So district is annual output produced about 500 crore. So last year cultivated 71 700 hectares. So it is producing about 1.5 lakh metric tons. So this year we have increased to 72,000. Despite this, lack of infrastructure such as spinning of weaving mills hindered the growth of ancillary industry and raising concern about the farmer. So though we are producing a lot of cottons, but there is no value addition of this cotton. So that is what led to the lack of employment. So let's say we are producing huge cotton. If there is a industry, so that is what led to the industrialization development of entire value chain in Odisha. Now we are exporting this cotton from here to Gujarat, then you can see Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and they are adding value addition. And our people of Odisha for migrating there to get a employment. So we can revive the defunct the Konark spinning mills in Kasinga. We can start producing it so that our people will get a lot of employment. Although the state government has not approved the BT cotton, so not yet Odisha farmer are not yet growing the BT cotton. So as an alternative to paddy, so cotton offer higher profit, but absence of government owned mill means broken transport much of the produce of the out of the state. So reviving Konark spinning mill could create significant opportunity for local farmer. So in Odisha, we are not yet cultivating the BT cotton or the biotech or genetically modified cotton, but the cotton is providing a higher income and alternative crop to the paddy rice cultivation. So but for that we need to have supply chain. We need to have milling the cotton mill in Odisha so that our farmer will get a lot of income from there. So next important article is 3 days residential monsoon bird census being happen in the Vitarkanika. So, dear student, you have to study in detail about the Vitarkanika National Parks, what kind of species, locations. It is the second largest mangrove of the India. So you have to study in detail. So the authorities of Vitarkanika National Park, Kendrapara district, launch a 3 day census on Saturday to count residential monsoon bird that flock to the park's wetland every year nesting. So during these rainfall, so a lot of birds are arriving from different part of the world. So monsoon trigger a delightful cacophony of the marshy wetland of the fox. The rain was not uniform, so still witnessing large congregation of the birds. So we are counting to know that how many birds are there, what are the different species. So once we know that, then we can start conservation of this species. Okay. So as many of you can see, 1.3 lakh monsoon residential bird belongs to the 10 species were cited in a lot of nest. Okay. So here our current affair is there. So I think, dear student, this is all about the news of 30th August and 31st August. So dear student, so this is all about it. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and please do share this video with your friends so that more number of students can benefit from it. So dear student, we'll have to end here. Chaliye, bye bye.